Hello, Steve White, Steve White's 89. I thought this was a weird story. I was busy all day doing stuff, and I sort of saw it here and there, and I thought, oh, that's horrible. Lady Gaga's dog walker was shot, and her dogs were stolen. And I didn't have time to really think about it. I assumed for some reason it was a woman, and I just thought, God, that's so horrible. I finally got to sit down and look at an article on it, and it happened around 9:40 on Wednesday night, and it was a guy, his name was Ryan Fisher. He was shot 4 times in the chest, and 2 of her dogs, they were both bulldogs, were stolen. One of the other dogs actually was left. I don't know what happened. I don't think anyone really knows what happened. The dogs' names were Koji and Gustauv, and apparently they are known, they're on social media. So the whole it's just bizarre. Who would shoot someone 4 times in the chest? This is in West Hollywood. He was walking the dogs in West Hollywood. Apparently, there are claims he was multiple guys came up to him, and then the other story is that just one person, or maybe just one person, shot him. There were a group of people that approached him, and there's a lot of questioning, like, did people know who he was? Did they target him because they knew they were Gaga's dogs, or they knew who he was because the dogs were on social media and they're famous because they're Gaga's dogs and everything? And were they trying to just steal bulldogs and didn't know they were Gaga's dogs? Or were they trying to steal her dogs because they thought they could get a big ransom because she's a celebrity and she's rich? And it's just really horrible. He got shot 4 times in the chest over 2 bulldogs. I mean, who does that? I mean, that's attempted murder. For what? Like, how much money can you get for bulldogs? I mean, surely you could steal something more valuable and sell without having to shoot someone and then possibly be up for, like, murder. It just seems really bizarre. So no one sort of knows, okay, was this targeted? Was this like a deliberate kidnapping of her dogs? Or was it just some desperate rando seeing someone with some dogs and thinking, I can steal those dogs? And why was he shot? Was he just shot so they could get the dogs? Or would they try and get the dogs and he actually was fighting back and didn't want to give them the dogs, so they shot him because he was resisting? Did they not pull the gun out the first time? Did he not care? Is he one of those crazy dog lovers who would literally put himself in front of a gun for his dogs? I know there are some people like that. I'm not sure I'm that much of an animal person. I do love animals. I grew up with cats and dogs. But I can't imagine that. Now, what really cracked me up though, and I know it's not funny overall, but Lady Gaga is, of course, upset about her dogs being stolen, and she's put up a website, Koji and Gustauv at gmail.com, asking for any tips, or the no questions asked return of her dogs. Now, I get she loves the dogs. I get people love their dogs. But what about the dog walker who was shot? Do you perhaps want to put up a reward? It's a $500,000 reward for information on where the dogs are, or the no questions asked return of the dogs. But nothing about the dog walker who was shot. I'm like, are you serious? This guy took 4 bullets for your dog and you don't care about him. You're just worried about getting the dogs back. And yes, I know you want your dogs back, but he's a human being. He was shot. Someone is evil enough to shoot a person for 2 dogs, and you're like happy for them to just go walking free as long as you get your dogs back? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I mean, my God, I think I've gone up an octave. What the hell? I know Gaga has a bad reputation for how she deals with her staff. She's hired and fired some assistants pretty brutally, and I know she was calling one a hood rat, and there were all these horrible stories back in the day about her, but back in the day she was allegedly on drugs and stuff, so I don't know. But I used to hate Gaga in the day. I've sort of gotten over it, but I was a fan for years, and then I hated her for a few years, and now I'm just sort of neutral. But she had a bad reputation for how she dealt with her staff back then, and I'm like, what kind of a person offers a reward for their dogs, but not the shooting of the dog walker, the person they're hiring, the person they know? That, I mean, I just heard that. I'm like, are you serious? I heard it and I thought, oh, of course it's going to be for, a reward for information about the shooting and return of the dogs. Like, together as a package, like both things are important. Oh no, just the dogs. What the hell is that? Okay, so I had to comment on that. I just had to comment on that. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. If you know anything about this, I doubt anyone who's watching me, I doubt I'm going to crack this case. But just, I mean, the website's there. I'm like, really, Gaga? Seriously? I mean, I get you want your dogs back, but at least mention the person who was shot presumably to protect your dogs. Oh my God. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to go. Thanks. Bye.